What is going on, guys? Luke here today, and I want to give you some critical information about Tesla stock that you absolutely must have. Look, this isn't your grandma's apple pie stock, if that's even a thing. All right, I have no idea where I was going with that analogy. Anyways, it's different than any large cap stock out there, and bad analogy aside, I'll give you the key elements you need to successfully own this stock and avoid the disaster that has killed many portfolios out there that had Tesla stock in it. So let's get started right now. Welcome back, everyone. So this is probably the most asked question I get in the comments on social media. And don't forget to follow me there, links are down there. And even from friends and partners and others that I work with. It's always some form of, is Tesla a buy right now? So instead of answering that same question over and over again, I figured I would just lay out all the details here for you so you can have that answer and can avoid disaster at the same time. And yes, contrary to popular belief, there are a few ways owning Tesla can be a complete disaster. I will also do a quick Q&A from some of the questions from some of my subscribers as well. See, it pays to be a subscriber. And before we get going, please like the video as it really does help with the stupid algorithm that has changed again. Thanks, YouTube. So there are a few keys you need to successfully own this stock and avoid disaster, and the last one is the most critical, so make sure you stick around for that. I mean, in theory, you just buy it and it 10x's in a few weeks and you become rich, right? Sure, that may be what a few people out there are promoting. But that's not realistic in the slightest, and it highlights the first key. You need to avoid crazy expectations. Hey, I'm not kidding. It's dangerous out there with misinformation, and I'm not talking about politics. Although Tesla stock price expectations do vary from side to side like politics. Either people think it's going to zero and it's complete trash, or they think it's going to $20,000 per share in a year. Do not listen to either. Tesla is a great company. It's not going to zero, ever. It's just not gonna happen. And as great as Tesla is, I will bet my entire portfolio that it's not going to $20,000 per share in a year. Neither is even in the ballpark of possibility, so please do not fall for any of that. Just do your own research and form an opinion on where you think the price will go based on revenue, projected revenue, growth, and all those other good things like that. And don't make the mistake of pricing in 10 years worth of growth today. Absolutely, Tesla will get there, but model it over 10 years, not 1 year. Oh, getting a phone call here. Hang on just 1 second, guys, hang on. Hello?
Liar! Short seller! Tesla is going to $20,000 per share next week!
How did you get my phone number?
Elon gave it to me because I'm
What?
the Tesla ball!
Elon wouldn't betray me like that.
I'm the Tesla ball!
Oh, that guy drives me crazy. All right, well now, I guess I got my phone out, so let's just go ahead and do the question and answer right now. Hang on, So Jovi asked, can you remove your sunglasses so we can see your eyes? No. I posted that question and you guys gave me a resounding no, you don't want to see my eyes, and honestly it'll probably scare the children out there, so not for now at least. Kevin asked, what is your top 5 stock holdings? All right, Kevin. Let's see here. Got Apple, it's definitely my biggest, that's not even close. Google, Facebook, Amazon, and it's kind of a race between Tesla and GE. It's just because I had a large position a long time ago. TMCLBNK asked, and by the way, he is a monster supporter. Thank you. He comments on every video and they're always wonderful comments. So we're like best friends or something on there. So thank you very much for that. He asked, real estate investment trusts are great sources of income for retirees. Which ones are the best in class? Honestly, I have no freaking clue. I own physical real estate, so I have no idea which REITs are actually the best. So Gordon, another huge supporter who always puts like little windschool cracks down in the comment section, he's quite funny actually, asks, what YouTube channels do I watch for information? Ooh, that's tough considering I just actually started watching YouTube about January or so on any consistent basis. I like financial education. Andre Geek's really good. Obviously Chicken G's hilarious and dude's just smart. Gosh, that's really all I can think of right off the top of my head. I try not to try to spend more time working on YouTube videos than I do actually watching YouTube. Guess I should probably watch it more. Auditory smell. I have no idea what that means. I guess I should probably look it up before I say it out loud on YouTube. What is your net worth? According to the comments, it's $5. So that's what it is, because this is Stealth Wealth Investing and it's Stealth Wealth for a reason. So I'm going with $5. So that's it for Q&A for now. Next time I'll probably put the poll up on Instagram. So make sure you're following me on Instagram and I'll pick the best 5 questions out of the group, or maybe a little more. We'll see how well you guys like this. So another key to success is to watch out for information bias. Now yes, if you're bullish on Tesla, obviously you want to hear a bull's opinion. But you want to make sure you are still looking at Tesla as objectively as possible. Trust me, with Tesla, it is so easy to run down the rabbit hole. And here's why. There are so many great content creators out there making great videos showing what Tesla is doing, how disruptive it is, and where Tesla is going in the future. But this information at times can skew your view on the stock itself, and you can make major mistakes that can devastate your portfolio. And I know, I'm sorry, if you want sugar plums and rainbows, you probably won't find them on this channel. I apologize ahead of time. So to kind of illustrate this, I'll talk about the run up to the stock split as a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Now remember, a stock split adds no value and should really be a non-event for the stock. Although stocks do tend to get a bit of a bump after the stock split for 2 main reasons. The first, you're only doing a stock split if the stock is rising in price very quickly in the first place. Which, of course means it's probably a really good stock to begin with, so of course it's going to move up regardless. And the second, there is a psychological aspect to paying $100 versus $500 for a stock, which still feels cheaper to buy, and you buy more, even if it actually isn't any cheaper. So a 5 to 10% bump in price is normal. Maybe 20% were the ridiculously hot stock, but Tesla went up around 80% before the split. I mean, I advised buying before the split, but I totally did not expect an 80% jump in price. And after that happened, I saw way too much hype out there about another monster move up after the split because it was, cheap. And unfortunately, a lot of people bought into that hype and paid $500 or more per share for Tesla stock. If they would have thought about it for just a second instead of watching and reading biased information, they would have seen that jump up was all hype and too much of a move up for no real good reason, and just a little bit of patience would have paid off big. As a matter of fact, just 8 days later, you could have bought it for $330 per share instead of $500 per share. Now long term, those that bought at $500 will be just fine. And that actually kind of leads me into my next key. You must have the right timeline when buying Tesla stock. Short term, I'm just talking short term here, I can make a strong case for Tesla going up, Tesla going down, and Tesla trading completely flat for a year or more. And no, I cannot do that with any other stock with nearly as much ease as I can Tesla. It is just a different beast than any other large cap stock. That's just the truth. So if you're buying it with a 1-month timeline, you are setting yourself up for disappointment or FOMO or reverse FOMO. In my opinion, you must have a long timeline with Tesla stock. There is so much growth priced in, and the price fluctuates so quick, so fast at times, it leaves you questioning, is it going to the moon one week? So of course you buy more, and then the next week it drops 20% and it feels like the bottom is falling completely out and the hype train is totally derailed. But if you plan to hold for 3 years, for example, those fluctuations just don't matter. It's a wonderful feeling. But if you don't have a defined hold horizon, regardless of if it's 3 years, 5 years, forever, whatever it is, then you will make massive mistakes. And then on top of that, I will know that you do not have a plan, which is the most vital key to owning Tesla stock. It is critical you have a plan for this stock. As we have discussed many times before, if you do not have a plan for every single scenario, you will trade on emotions, especially with this stock, and that will destroy your investments. And that fact is exactly why I made planning such a huge portion of my course. Because I know from experience that if you have no plan, every price movement up or down creates the same questions that you now have emotions dictating your answers to. Tesla just ran up huge. Should I lock in profits and sell before it crashes back down again? But what if I sell and Tesla goes up more? Then I will have FOMO, but I don't want to miss out. Or the opposite ends up happening. Tesla falls down a bunch and you kind of say, do I sell and take my lower profits? Or even worse, cut my losses and try to buy in lower and make it all up? That is exactly how you end up taking advice from someone in a chat room who makes you feel better about your feelings. That's not the best plan. Having a plan means you are ready, and every scenario is a win-win for you. You make money no matter what happens, but you cannot do that without a plan. If you follow these keys, you will have the critical keys to avoid disaster and successfully own Tesla stock. And if you don't have a plan or are struggling with your plan and you want to work directly with me, check out the first link down in the description, and I'll show you how to create a plan, set defined goals, how to analyze a stock, and build real wealth. And don't forget to sign up for Webull so you can get your free stocks worth up to $1,600 when you deposit just $100. It's free stocks, guys. And show your support for the channel by liking the video and follow me on all my social medias that I have so you can watch me epically fail on all of those. Thanks.